Let me make sure everything is on camera properly. I think we're good now. There we go. Let's give everybody a minute to trickle back in here, because I know some of you have been at the previous stream and they may need to refresh. In the meantime, I'm shuffling a whole bunch of cards. If you don't recognize the sheet and you're just wandering in here, this is a sheet from the Polish publisher. Lycan will link you to it in the chat box in case you want to use it. You can also use a regular plain Patchwork Doodle sheet. The rules are the same for each version. This is just something you can color in case you aren't very artistic and you don't feel like making your own design. By the way, any artistic skill is not actually needed for this game. You can just draw solid blocks of color or just fill them up all in one color. It's just less pretty. No, because the rules are the same, like, and I don't think that's needed, but thanks for asking. But yeah, basically, this will play the same as the regular version. I just like using this one. If you want your own design, you can always put a blank one. I've definitely drawn very fancy sheets for this game. My favorite is a little zoo I did. You can find several of the previous ones on the No Nanos Games Instagram page. Hi, Cat. Let me know if you are here and would like to play along live, because if so, I will deal you a different starting card than I did myself. And in the meantime, I'll start by putting the circle of 8 pieces out here. Hi, Cat. The cats are going to try and be helpful, so you've been warned. I'll just make a circle of 4 by 2. I think that's going to fit on the table a little better. There we go. Yeah, that definitely works a little better. There we go. It's officially supposed to be more like this. There we go. And this thing is in front of here. Alright. So, starting card for Annie, because she asked first. I'm going to deal that in the middle. This is going to be yours, so you can rotate that or mirror it. I'll deal cards first and then I'll get to rules explanation. This one is going to be for Lycan. This one is going to be for Quinton. I assume Wim is also joining us again. I'm going to deal one for Wim just in case. So that one is going to be for Wim. And then this one is going to be for me. Alright, so in this game you're going to be placing these polyomino style pieces onto the sheet. And the goal is to fill up your sheet entirely. Wim, this is your piece in case you came in late. Your starting piece. So everybody can start with a slightly different piece that makes sure that we don't do the exact same thing the entire game and keeps it a little more interesting. If you're watching the replay, feel free to either use mine or the first one I dealt out, whatever works for you. So the goal is to fill up your sheet, and we'll be playing 3 rounds, and in each round we'll be placing 6 pieces. And those 6 pieces are not determined by the cat, even if the cat feels otherwise. No. Give me back my meeple. Thank you. So we will roll a die, number 1, 2, or 3. Then the meeple will move 1, 2, or 3 pieces. And that's the piece that all players will draw simultaneously on their sheet. Again, you can rotate them and you can mirror, aka flip them. They've even put their mirrored versions on some of the pieces in case anybody has trouble mirroring things. Like I do, so I'm very grateful for that. And after 6 pieces we will score points, and we'll do that 3 times during the game. You will try and get a big rectangle. There we go. I wanted to find my example from the Dutch version. There we go. So if this was your sheet right now, this would be a rectangle or this would be a rectangle. And you first look for a square within that. So this would be 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would be 9 plus 5 is 14. This one would be 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1, that would be 17, so this one would be better. So basically you want to make a big square on your sheet and build out from there. We'll repeat scoring once we actually get to it, but it's always good to run over it at the start of the game as well. And then you have some special abilities. They are here. The first one is, instead of the piece that the meeple is standing on, you can move 1 piece to the left or to the right and draw that. The second one with the scissors says you can cut something so that it's now made up of 2 pieces. So maybe this one you say I want to cut off this bit or I want to cut off this bit. It does still have to be 2 pieces. You cannot cut off these 2 ends and then draw a square. The third one says draw 1 single square in addition to the current piece. So this is a bonus. And then the fourth one is use any of the other 3 a second time. Alright, so move the meeple 1 sideways, either clockwise or counterclockwise. Cut something in pieces or draw an additional square. These 4 abilities are for the entire game. They do not refresh at the end of the round. Hi Prey. Do you want a starting card as well? Let me deal you one. Where am I going to put this? I can put that here. This is going to be your starting card then. I think you have the sheet in front of you already. I'm going to deal mine. So it was Annie, Lycan, Quinton, Wim, Prey, and me. So many people playing along. Yay. So fun. Alright, let me figure out where the heck I want to put this. Probably 2 from the side. And your sheet is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 by 9. I should have known that from the top of my head, but it's been a while. And let's see, where do I want to put this? I kind of feel like I should start at the top so it's quicker to color than if I start down here. Oh, that might be clever. Also, you do not have to draw adjacent to squares you've drawn previously, but you usually want to. But yeah, not required. I'm trying to figure out where I want to place my starting one. I think maybe like this. That seems good. Let's do that. What color was I making my wallpaper? Bright green with reddish brown. Okay, got it. And then I'm drawing the outline of my piece first, and then I'm coloring it in. It's really annoying that the wallpaper lines don't actually match up with the lines on the sheet, but I'll manage, I think. There we go. As usual, my play-alongs of things where I get to color are a little slow, because I like coloring. And there we go. And it has to move down to the side. All right. Green, brown, green, brown, green. Coloring. You're probably, I don't think I'm blocking anybody else's pieces. Yeah, same rule spray. It's just a coloring page for those that like to do that and don't want to do their own design. They have a lot of different themed ones, but yeah, the rules are the exact same as the version you're used to. Alright. And next color. Stripy wallpaper, apparently. But yeah, the fact that this is horizontal lines, I've done a couple of these coloring pages from Patchwork Doodle, but most of them are a little more pleasant. Because this one has horizontal lines that don't match my sheet and it drives me crazy. Means you have to actually be careful when coloring it in, that you don't go outside of the lines or you place your piece wrong or something like that. It's a little weird. Okay, pretty much done then. Coloring a little piece of the Christmas tree. Alright, that will cover setup. So I will take all of these orange ones out. I hope everybody else is ready as well. If not, yell at me. There we go. Starting cards to the side. Basic cards go back here because we'll get some more of those later. Alright. Meeple at the start of the line, rolling a die. 1. That means this will be the first piece that everybody gets to draw. Remember, you could use your ability to turn it into this piece or this piece if you prefer. That's the first ability. You can cut it with the second. You can draw an additional square plus this actual shape with that. And again, they don't have to touch. You can put that shape up here and that one down there. Or you can use something of your choice. Had I given it any thought where I was going to put this? I'm not sure I did. Let's put it there. I think that'd be fun. It's going to be a lot of coloring, but hey, I have to do that eventually anyway. There we go, like this. This is really going to be fun to color though. We'll see how long it takes with all of the coloring. It might actually be quicker than having to do my own design. It's just the horizontal lines that mean I have to be a little careful. But other than that, I don't think this will be too bad, but we'll see. I think I scheduled 75 minutes because I'm trying to do it between 60 and 90. We'll see how it goes. Cartographers tends to take me like 2 hours, but that's because I do a lot more designing on that one. Alright, so that's the base of the tree. More light green wallpaper. More reddish brown wallpaper. And it goes here as well. It's definitely fun to draw the outline first so you can kind of see what your pieces were at the end. Yeah, I'm not sure this is paint friendly like, and this might, if they didn't, I don't think they closed the lines correctly. So I think if you try to do a fill tool, it doesn't work that well, and you would indeed have to outline before the fill option works. You can always try to do something Christmassy on a blank sheet. I know you have a blank sheet around as well. Hi cat, why are we whining? I don't know why you're whining. Ow. And more gold. And then different colors in the tree. Red and blue. Meow. Such whining. Intense whining. That is so not an English metaphor, but that is a very Dutch phrasing. I love it. And Wim was all doodle 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 doodle. Exactly. It's called Patchwork Doodle for a reason. Of course I'm doodling. Alright, I have 2 pieces done. Woohoo! So this one gets thrown out now. I hope you guys are ready. If not, yell at me. But I'm gonna assume I'm slower than you guys. 3. 1, 2, 3. That means this piece is gonna be next. I think I might do that like this and leave this hole for the little piece. I think I like that. Oh no, I did that there already. Uh-oh. That's not a good plan. Alright, I can still fix this. It's just my outline that's gonna be very wonky. I'm sorry, pretty coloring page. I almost messed you up. I'm gonna do it like this then. Good thing about coloring is once I actually color it, it won't be as obvious that I messed it up. No, cat, stop eating my meeple. It's not food, it's a meeple. Your food doesn't look like meeples. Eh! Stop eating things. Bad kitty cat. Go off the table. Off the table. Good. Okay, no. Where did my pencil go? I placed my pencil down somewhere while I was fishing away the cat and now I don't see it anymore. Seriously, my table is not that big. I should be able to do that. I just had this. Oh, there we go. It rolled into my lap. I was like, it can't have vanished. But yeah, now there's an annoying little black line here that's not supposed to be there. Apparently the wallpaper is now extra stripy, you guys. Cat, I don't know what you're doing, but stop it. Yes, go that way. That's better. Yeah, I might have colored a piece I'm not supposed to color yet. I did. That's what I get if I do the wrong outline. I got this. There we go. I do have a really good eraser for colored pencils, so this should be clear enough. Okay, I did this piece. There we go. And now the cat almost grabbed... I put the meeple away while the cat was wandering around. I have it. See, it has been saved. Okay, I hope everybody's done with this piece. Let me toss that back out. Rolling. 1, 2. What the heck do I want to do with that? I guess I can toss that here. It's not really the plan, but it will work. I think that's gonna be like that. This is gonna be a really annoying piece to leave open though. I can also do it like this, but then I have something like that that's also annoying. I'll just stick with this and we'll see how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. Wallpaper. This is definitely quicker than drawing my own design. This was a good call. Plus it looks fun. Alright. More base of the tree. Probably should have grabbed the pine green that was slightly darker. It's kind of close to the wallpaper color, but oh well. It will work. Still looks fun. Can always draw a little red pattern on that later on to make it less obvious. And there we go. It's looking pretty fun, I think. Alright, ready. Alright, am I? Oh no, that's not true. I have to do this piece as well. I am not ready. I'll make this package yellow with a red ribbon. I'll have to color this little piece right now. And a piece of red ribbon. And then color another one. I'll color a blue present with a blue ribbon. And then tiny corners of that one. What color are we making that? bright orange with a green ribbon. Alright. Done! For real this time. Piece goes away. 2. 1, 2. Seriously, I'm not getting any of the pieces I want. I'm probably using a wild card now. I am. I'm gonna use that one, so I'm gonna move that one sideways. That's this bonus. I can put that one either here or there. I kind of want it in both places, so that helps. I think it'd be better to do it here first for the bigger square. Then I can maybe get 5 by 5 at some point. I don't know. Actually, it goes for here as well. I don't think it matters, because I'm lacking a whole bunch of stuff up here. I'll start here though. There we go. And lots of coloring again. Yay, coloring. The chat box is so quiet, so I hope everybody else is also having fun coloring. In cartographers, a lot of people just color block while I draw fancy detailed maps, so then the chat box tends to be a little busier as people chat while they watch me do stuff and wait around for me to get to the next card. That makes a good difference, especially if you watched my previous play along or you've been here before. You know that if I'm not coloring, I'm a really quick player, so I think it makes a nice change of pace. Those that like the slower live streams can do this, or just watch me play stuff and not play along. And those that like the quicker play alongs have plenty of options for that as well. Alright, that finishes coloring this. This is definitely much quicker. Alright, next piece. 1. Hey, that's another one of those. That means I don't have to figure out where I want to put that. That's going there. This is not gonna get a 5 by 5. It's definitely nice to get a 5 by 5 in the first scoring, but I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna color stuff and make something pretty. By the way, at the end of 3 rounds, the game will end, and then if you have any empty spaces left, they will be a minus point. There we go. Next. That's coloring the tree then. And that can be bright yellow. There we go. Bryce says it's good to slow pace so they can get minor things done in between turns. That works. Alright, next. And this is going to be the final one before scoring. 1, 2. That's not the one I was hoping for. It's nice and large, but this one would have been nicer for my sheet. I could move it and spend another bonus, or can just cut a piece off this one, I suppose. Let's see, what am I doing for this? I kind of want to cut off this piece, and in that case it is 2 pieces, but it will be 2 cuts, so I don't think that's allowed. I'm double checking that right now. Yeah, it says you have to cut in a straight line, so I cannot cut off this piece. Even though it would cut it into 2 pieces, That is not allowed. Aw, would have been nice. Because that would have fit here quite perfectly. Unfortunately, that's not allowed. I suppose I can put it here, but I will be left with a lot of tiny bits, so I don't think that's clever either. I might cut off one piece and then put it like that and leave this for the longer shapes that will come up later. I think that might be the best choice for now. Sure. Alright, so I'm cutting off a little piece, which basically gives me the same shape a third time, the shape that I've been drawing the previous 2 turns. Works for me. And Prey wanted this piece, so someone is happy with this at least. I'm not necessarily unhappy, but it wasn't my first choice. I mean, for getting a lot of points, obviously the big shape is nice, but it's not gonna get me any more points than the small shape, and it might make you guys get a bunch more points than me and make it hard to win. So for me, it is good if you guys have the small shape as well. Although, of course, you can fix that with a bonus. But yeah, that would have definitely made my life a little easier. Oh well. Can't always get what you want, right? That'd be boring. And let's see. Gold, gold, gold. And bronze. And then some decorations for our little Christmas tree, as well as finishing this present. Let's do that first. Yeah, that finishes this present exactly, because the line goes all the way down here, I believe. Yes, it does. Sometimes it's definitely a little hard to see where the lines go with this particular coloring page. Yellow. Oh, that I don't have that one yet, but I have this piece, and it goes down to there. I'm gonna be so bummed if I have a hole like in the middle of my tree at game end. I can have one in the corner or something. Okay, more decorations for the tree. This is a little pale blue. Probably want purple somewhere in there. Let's do purple. There we go. And this one can be pink or something. What else am I putting in this tree? Okay, there we go. Good to go. And scoring then. Let me move this so that it's the start of the circle, and then we'll get new pieces next round. Okay, counting. My biggest square will be 4 by 4 plus 2, so that's a total of 18 for me for round 1. So biggest rectangle is 4 by 4, but it's actually a 4 by 6 rectangle, so I do 4 multiplied by 4 and then plus however many rows or columns it extends by. I see someone had 19, someone had 25. I'll wait for the other people playing along to post their scores, that way I know they are ready to move on to the second round. Wim also has 25. And then we still have Quinton and Annie, I believe. If everybody who started the game is still around, that is. Yeah, if you have a 3 by 9 rectangle, then the 3 times 3 is 9. And then it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it extends by 6. So 3 times 3 is 9 plus 6, so that would be 15. Lycan knows what I mean with this game. I definitely play this one to relax and color. Cartographers for me is both fun coloring, but it's more in-depth. This one for me is much more relaxing. Quinton says it's 25. Do you mean you have 25? Because a 3 times 9 is not 25. But yeah, Lycan said he keeps forgetting that there's points in this game. And that's what I'm like. So I'm like, la la la, I'm coloring stuff. Ah, you have a 5 by 5. Yeah, that is definitely 25. Okay, I think I have everybody's points then. I almost had done what you did as well, Annie. I almost had something like that. Alright, new pieces. So they just go at the end of the circle. So we first close the gaps and now we're adding pieces to this in a clockwise direction. Sure, now we're getting all of these big ones. Alright. Rolling. 2. Of course, now I get the tiny one I wanted last time. That would have gotten me 2 more points. Well, that's gonna go here, so that's easy. And remember guys, the single square is an additional one. I've played that wrong for the longest time because all the other ones are instead of doing a current piece. So I'd always done that as an instead as well, which screwed me over and gave me quite a few less squares. I still got pretty good scores though. I've managed to fill up my sheet by playing that wrong a couple of times, but it's definitely good to use that as an additional one, and sometimes people do that right before scoring so they get a bigger square that way, or bigger rectangle. Wim also likes this shape apparently. This looks so fun, you guys. I really enjoy coloring this. And I can say it looks fun because coloring is only half the credit. The design, I feel like, deserves much more credits, and I did not design this. Okay, seriously? It landed on a corner. I'm re-rolling this. And now it's convincing. 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure I'm happy with that, but that's what it landed on. So that's what you're gonna have to deal with. Oh, actually, I think that fits around this, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't have this one yet. Or do I? Oh no, I do. I forgot to color this one. I did, like this was my shape the previous round. I just didn't color this piece. Uh-oh. I was like, it fits around here. And I'm like, no, wait, I made an outline. I forgot to color something in my previous round. Didn't matter for my scoring, but it does matter for this. So I should fix that, so that I don't mess it up again. Whoopsie. It was bound to happen at some point with how many horizontal lines this thing has running alongside it. Alright, fixed. But now, where the heck do I want to place this? I can cut off one corner and do it like that, I suppose, and then I will leave room for this one if that ever comes up. I think that might be the best one. That means I've used pretty much all of my bonuses though, so I might very much come to regret that later. I can also move it one sideways and grab that one, but that would leave me with a piece of 2, so that's not smart. Yeah, I'll just grab this and I'll hope it works out later. Wim says, are you already using this many? Yes, I am. I'm not saying it's smart. I'm saying I'm doing it anyway. It's absolutely not smart. But go big or go home, I guess. And you are allowed to pause, so I did consider just not doing this, but it's quite big, so I didn't think that was a good idea either. And I could have done it like this. It also fits here, but that doesn't help me get a bigger square, so I am gonna gamble on this one. We'll see if it pays off later. That should not be here anymore. Let's see. Finishing up this present. I don't think I've figured out what ribbon I want to put on that. Pale blue, maybe. Sure. There we go. Just white. There we go. And then I have to finish coloring that one. Lycan says his presents have different colors but the same color ribbon. That looks pretty as well, I did consider that. I just liked making it a little bit rainbowy. I also considered just doing like 2 or 3 colors for all of the presents and alternating stuff like that. So many options. Luckily, there's 4 to a page if you print this out from the publisher's website, so I actually have 4 of these. So I can do this again and pick a different design. And I went outside of the lines a little, but it's okay, because that's supposed to get colored eventually anyway, so I don't feel like fixing that. Time to color more pieces of the tree. There we go. Nice dark red. This one was the icy blue color. Oh, I have another corner of a present to color. Had I figured out what color I'm making that present? Very pale yellow, white, creamy, I suppose. There we go. Done! 1. Well, that's gonna go in there somewhere. I think I might better do it on these instead of these two, because if I do it on these two, then this one will fit better if that comes up, and so will this one. So I think that'd be better, even though it looks less efficient for the immediate future to leave this gap. I think it's better long term. Let's hope I'm right. All right. Probably need to sharpen this pencil. It's starting to bleed a little, but I don't really feel like grabbing that, so we'll just work like this. Okay. Continuing this bit. I like this low effort way of coloring a fancier design. This was definitely a good idea. Totally doing the Easter one as well when we get near Easter. I have to see what other ones I have and when to do those. I'll definitely also sometimes still do a plain sheet, but I think this is fun and it's probably a little quicker on my end. So that's better for you guys, less waiting around that way. There we go. And what color do I want to put that? There we go. And then the rest of the wallpaper. The line for the wallpaper goes there. Oh crap, that bit has to be green. Don't worry, I got this. There we go. Okay, I don't think I erased that well enough, but I'm going to. Still a little brownish, but it's better. Alright, done. This little corner annoys the heck out of me right now, by the way. Putting this piece away, moving this one. Okay, well that's gonna go down there, obviously. And then it's also gonna mean I'm using my last one, because if I put that in here, I'm gonna have one little hole. So obviously I'm gonna put that down there. So this is gonna be that bonus. And then this one is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 5. At least for the rest of the game, I will no longer have to think about these bonuses, because I will have run out of them. Isn't that convenient? 2, 3, 4. Let me count these squares right. This is so hard to count. 1, 2, 3, 5. Stupid horizontal lines. Alright, lots of coloring again. At least most of the tree will be done now. That was the goal, right, guys? Coloring the tree. I'll just pretend that was the goal, and then I have succeeded. I'm gonna be perfectly satisfied that I at least managed to pull that off. If I have these two little pieces that I still need, I will consider that a success. And Prey wanted a 2 and I rolled a 1, so somebody's not happy with me. Sorry about that. It happens, I'm afraid. Let's see. There we go. Wallpaper. Here's the wallpaper line, so this bit is brown. It's also annoying that not all of these wallpaper pieces are equal width. Makes it harder to color them. Alright, next. And then a little more here. And then 2 little ornaments left to color. And that will do it. An orangey one. And let's do this one in pink, I think. There we go. Alright. And that should do it again. Next piece. 1, 2. Well, there's a 2 now. I'm perfectly happy with that. That's gonna go up down there, obviously. This is gonna be a really quick turn for me. Bright yellow. And a little more red on the ribbon. Ah, and now Prey no longer wants a number 2. I'm sorry. You got it anyway. The game listened to you, just not when you wanted it. Not specific enough, apparently. Alright, I'm ready. I hope you guys are as well. And the next roll is going to be the last one for this round, and then we tally up some points again. Let me make the line clockwise again, because it will be 1, 2, and then a big gap, and then this would have been the third, so I'll put it in line right now. 1, 2, 3. Almost as if I knew that would happen. Alright, where am I putting this? I could put that somewhere here, but then I will leave a small gap, so that might not be too good of an idea. I don't think it helps me here very much. So I do think I'm gonna put it down there. And I will just hope we get another one of those small pieces. So I'm gonna put it like this. And it does leave a corner, a triangle, so maybe we'll get that one later. So I'll draw this. Eek, that was not a straight line. Stupid muscles, be cooperative. I have to see where this runs. At least I'm getting used to the weird horizontal lines on my sheet, I think. And I've almost finished my tree. Boom is already posting a score. No, Wim, I'm not that quick. But you've been here long enough to know that. I can't color that yet. Plus, you've been at Lusa streams, and I know they also have quite a busy chat box, and they tend to be very social and play quite slow, so it all works out. More scores trickling in. I'm assuming those are the scores for your current round, not the total of round 1 and 2. Which is what you're supposed to send, not the total, but the score for round 2 only, so... that works. I'm gonna make that dark blue, I think. To pick one final present color, I think I'm making it purple. Didn't have a purple present yet. I can give the purple present a silver ribbon. Okay, that works. Have I colored everything I need to color? Yes, I did. Great. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 by 7 is 49, I believe. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe that's 49, which is the same score Wim has. Annie has 37, Lycan is 36, and Quinten has a whopping 54. I am right, it is 49. Yay, thanks for confirming. Alright. Last round, this is gonna go at the start. More pieces. I keep pulling my tablecloth toward me, which is not helpful for making these cards stay in place. I'm sorry. Eep. That's not how I'm supposed to draw those. I have to go in a clockwise circle. I'll be legal. I'm sorry. There we go. I'm just used to dealing things out left to right. There we go. 6 times 9 is not 54, Quinten. You have to do in perfect squares, so it will be 6 times 6, and then if it's a 9, then it goes plus 3. So that's indeed 39, like Wim is actually writing down the entire equation in the chat box. But no, the biggest square is a multiplier, and then every row that it extends into a rectangle is plus 1 for each. So in this case, it is 6 times 6 plus 3. That's something that happens a lot when people play it the first time. It's probably the only fiddly part of this rulebook and learning this game. Other than that, it's really straightforward. Alright, we're gonna play another 6 turns. The final turn, we will not roll a die, but you will get a free choice of the last 3 remaining squares. Bonuses are not worth anything if you haven't used them, so it's helpful if you use them. Number 1. Do I want that? I don't think I want that. I'm gonna have to use it, but, well, I'm not gonna have to. I can pause, but that's not gonna help me either. So I am gonna use it, but I don't think this makes me very happy. I don't think most of this round does, to be honest, if I'm looking at these pieces. Because this doesn't fit here. It's all too wide, which is a really bad way to set up your sheet if you... And this is kind of also too wide, so anything that's 3 is gonna be a problem on my sheet. I'm trying to see if it's a good idea to place this or if it's better to skip this one in favor of the other pieces coming up later. This is probably the worst way I've set up my sheet in a long time. Because it's 3 wide like this and like this, so the only way it can fit is by putting it here, basically. Which is definitely not a smart plan, because that means I would need a triangle twice in order to fill up my sheet, and obviously it's only in there once. But I'm trying to see if skipping in favor of something else is going to make it any better. It might though, because this can go here and this can go there. This is really hard to look though. Yeah, I have to see how this goes. I think it's still going to be a problem. I can do 1, 2, 3, 4 like this though. Because that's 2. This is really hard to see. Okay, that does fit. Okay, it's better to skip this one in my case. And then ideally for remaining pieces I want these 4. And this one is always nice. But yeah, this is going to be a problem because I don't think either one of these is great for my sheet. Although this instead of that I suppose is survivable. I would really like a number 1 though. I don't think placing this is going to be a good idea because then neither of those two will fit and it's likely that I'll get one of those. So I'll skip it. It's a number 1, yay! Okay, that's better. Now the rest of it just has to cooperate, but I've finished my Christmas tree, so like I said, I'll consider that a win. Even if it's not. Even if I lose this. Alright. No, cat, no! Give me back my meeple! Stop trying to eat the meeple! He's like, but you have a big setup and I can't sit on your lap and get cuddles, so now I'm gonna whine for attention by eating things you need to use. Which I suppose is a good tactic. And he's cute, so we'll forgive him. He's no longer watching, I can put it back. He has his back turned to me now. I should not have said that, I think he's turning back around. Alright. No. No. Not allowed. Go away. And yay, like and said, he also finished his tree. I would like a number 3, but I can live with number 2. Let's see how it goes. It's a number 3. Dice, listen to me now, apparently. Knocking on wood, because that's never gonna last. That's gonna go up there then. Oh, then if I put this, that's gonna leave more holes. That's not actually good. Yeah, I'll have to see what better... It might be better to do it like this then. No, also not a good idea. This, I don't think this was actually smart, but we'll take it. I'll just have some holes in my sheet. I knew that was gonna happen, so I'll throw this up here. And where does the line of that actually go? Yeah, the line goes slightly higher. That's annoying. I'm gonna turn these because it's easier to color for my wrist. I'll turn it back in a second. Alright, done. No! No, kitty cat, don't do that. that's also curving. Stop doing that. Alright. I think I'm pressing down on the paper too hard. 1, 2, 3. Well, at least that will fit. Let's see, this one will never fit, so that doesn't quite matter. This one could fit 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one could fit 1, 2, 3. So in both cases I would have this corner piece left, so it would be smart to do this one now. There we go. The good thing about mostly having wallpaper left to color is that it's at least going to be real quick now. Oh, we're just about at an hour. That's pretty good. Lycan says he's going to be left with 1 empty square. Yeah, that was going to be my conclusion for my own sheet as well. I ideally want both. I think I'm going to be left with 2 empty ones, at least. I want this one to go here and this one to go there, and then I would have 2 empty ones, so it is what it is. Not a perfect sheet, but works for me. Praise says same. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yay! And then after this piece you can pick one of these 3 of your choice. There's no die roll for the final turn. So first you place this or something else if you're using a bonus. And then one of those 3 of your choice. 3, 4. And then obviously I'm doing that one last. So I'm coloring these pieces and leaving that blank. Because in turn 1 and 2, if the piece you want, in round 1 and 2, I mean, if the piece you want doesn't come up at the end of the round, it will at least remain on the table for a future round. But after this, there will be no more rounds. So that's why they added in a rule that you can pick freely from those last 3 pieces in case you plant your entire sheet around a piece that keeps laying on the table and not getting rolled. At least that way in the very final turn you are allowed to grab it. Hi cats. We're almost done. It's almost cuddle time. Wait a little longer. Come on. Go back. For just a little longer. Or you can go back that way too. That's fine. There we go. And that should do it. Aw, I'm sorry, Annie. The 4 long one has been played this round, but I guess you mean you want is another one of those. So yeah, that means that one will be an empty square. Okay, I have 8 by 8 is 64, I believe. Plus 1, that would be 65. Let me know if 8 times 8 is not 64. I suck at math, but I think it is. And in that case, I have 65 minus 2. Eep! No! No, that's a die. No! Yeah, I know you're rolling it. Very well done, but give it back. It's now tumbling all across the room. Okay, I grabbed it. Time for more math. I still hate math. Oh, this is not too bad actually. That's 9 minus 2 is 7. 8 plus 7 is 15. Plus 5 is 20. And then it's gonna be 130 for me if I did that right. And I think I did. I see a 129, a 119, 81. That's low for you, Wim. Or do you mean the last round and then your final tally is still to come? I'm gonna assume that's the case. 145 for Quinton, 102 for Annie. Yeah, the rulebook actually says a score of 100 or more would be considered a win, so that looks like everybody managed to pull that off, so definitely well done. Wim's 81 was indeed the 3rd round and not the entire game. I figured as much. I was like, that's really low with what you already had. That wasn't even possible, actually. Never mind me. So 155 then. So women came in first place, then Quinton, then me. So that would be the top 3, and then Prey, Lycan, and Annie, I think. And like Lycan said, if you colored a tree, I think you won. If you did do the colored sheet or you drew some type of design instead of just simply color blocking stuff, I always enjoy seeing what other people drew, so feel free to send that to me on one of my social media or to nonaknowsgames@gmail.com. Thank you all for being here. Have a great New Year's Eve, and I will see you guys sometime next week. Bye everybody. Have a great evening. The heck is your autocorrect doing? Like, I'm seeing it's like you have a cat walking across a keyboard now. Oh, well, it's not showing as an emote here, so that makes sense, I suppose. But that makes sense. Alrighty, bye everybody.